This week on Twende, we are in the dunes.
Imagine hapa ni Kenya.
Hapana.
Kenya is a fascinating place with diverse landscapes. There is a snow-covered mountain, white sandy beaches, dense forests, lush highlands, rolling tea plantations, big rivers, lakes, wildlife, and so much more. All these appeal to many tourists, but there is more to Kenya than these sought-out-after destinations. Around 80% of Kenya is classified as arid or semi-arid. 2% of it is, however, desert. Desert ile ukweli. Kama ile mnaonanga uko Dubai. That's around 11,000 square kilometers, the size of Kilifi County. Most of these places lie in the north of the country and are some of the least visited parts of Kenya. Many Kenyans don't know how they look like. For many of us, this is how the map of Kenya looks like. Coast ni beach na kuogelea. Central waru na mashakura. Nyanza ni fish. Western ni posho mill na bullfighting. Northeastern, insecurity. Rift Valley, kukimbia. Hizi pande za Suguta ni banditry na cattle rustling.
Suguta Valley in a daring raid that left 2.
It doesn't help that when the northern parts of the country appear in the news, it usually isn't in the best light.
Of about 50 armed raiders
za kuzima uhasama na kurejesha amani katika bonde la Suguta.
If you're to go by how some of the news about this region is covered, you would think that it is a place ukiingia tu hivi utauliwa.
Ahidi kukuletea kila tukio litakalo kuwa likijiri kwenye bonde la Suguta. Na mtazamaji, ndivyo hali ilivyo kwa sasa.
The reality is very different. This is a breathtaking region home to warm, resilient and beautiful people. They are Kenya's desert communities. Last time we started our journey down to Suguta Valley, it was, one of the most adventurous roads ever. Tulifika hadi ile Sufriangamia crater. From here we set off for what most people come to see in Suguta, the dunes. This valley isn't a place you can easily visit throughout the year.
Hapa kuna wakati wa mvua na kuanga na chemchemi kali. Magari hata yanakosa mahali ya kupita. So inabidi tu yani wakae siku mbili mpaka hapo yaanze kukaa kwa kiasi.
Yote.
Hapa yote sababu maji yanafurika.
The road is flat and we are enjoying a comfortable ride. We get to see signs of why this is not a good place to break down. As we got deeper into the valley, we saw evidence of habitation. We even get to see our first boda. From Baragoi, there's only one route to the dunes and it goes through the village of Naliyo.
Sasa watu wote wanajizingira hapo, wamejizingira ndani. Kwa sababu ya usalama. Hao ni Waturkana. Sasa inabidi watu wote wanajizingira ndani, wanajifungia hapa ndani. Ikifika asubuhi tutapita kwa ile gate. Twende kabisa kwa hiyo gate.
We reach Naliyo, one of the few villages on the valley floor. Our guide needs to pick a local guide from here to lead us to the dunes. Even in this harsh place, there is a thriving village with people going about their daily life. It isn't easy, lakini wana survive. Hapa, the culture is still deeply rooted. Everyone here lives in the traditional dome-shaped huts known as a call. The people wear their traditional clothing and jewelry. These are the desert people of Suguta. They are not dressing for the tourists. This is how they live. In fact, they hardly get tourists in this village. Security is tight. We meet the chief and sign his book. This village looks great and I would have loved to talk to the people here, but time is not on our side. We have dunes to get to. This part of Suguta has many streams. We cross one after another. We meet this group of women heading home after harvesting salt in the ponds. To get to the dunes from the Baragoi side, we must cross the Suguta River. During the wet season, hapa hakuvukiki. The river becomes wide and wild, but today it is calm and we cross with ease. We reach the village of Kamuge. This is the nearest community to the dunes, and they are trying to conserve the valley with the help of outside support.
We've been here since 2023, but rolled out our programs in 2024.
And have you seen a difference in the peace among the communities?
Yes, we've seen massive improvement in terms of community relations.
Yeah.
Because now we'll be able to have communities speak to each other,
Yeah.
especially the Turkana and the Pokots,
Okay.
the Turkana and the Samburus.
Yeah.
So that coordination is very important because we have now the other partner organizations now coming, so we are jointly empowering the peace committees.
Yes. And and obviously when there's conflict, people don't visit, yeah? But now that peace has come in, are you seeing more people coming to visit?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We have received Mara nomads here into Africa. You know, these are organizations that are tourist operators that are moving on road.
Yeah.
But we also have chopper operators who move over the hair, and those are the regular visitors. Through those visits, tourist peace visiting, you know, our communities have benefited from you know, aids.
Umesema tourists wanakuja. Na I'm sure hata hii upepo ni one part of the thing wana enjoy.
Yeah.
What else can we enjoy here?
Since we started in September, we have rolled out some assessment tests for Suguta Valley to just prove potential in terms of conservation.
Yeah.
And just in our this direction here, we have Naliyo sand dunes, which is one of its kind. I think it's one of the biggest in Kenya, if not in East Africa. Because
how far is it from here?
And it's about 21 kilometers.
Okay.
And it's a very fast sand deposit that stretches to about 2 kilometers against I think 3 kilometers.
Na hii upepo inatoka huko?
Yeah.
Sasa hii ni mvua?
Yes.
So hii mvua inakuja hapa saizi?
Yeah.
We?
Yeah. That's interesting. So this is a very windy area.
Okay.
And
as you can see, hapo ukiosha nguo, unanitu kusimama nayo hivi.
Hapa awali tulikuwa tunasasana na makabila mawili. Samburu na Pokoti. Kabla hatujaishi hapa, hii valley ilikuwa tu ni wanyama ya pori ndio walikuwa wakiishi. Na tulifanya survey na watu wa Natural Museum of Kenya. Tukagundua kwamba kuna wanyama hapa ambao hawa watalii tourist wanaweza kutembelea na waone. Na sisi pia tutafaidika. Kwa sababu hawa watalii wakiingia hapa, hii area itafunguka. Itakuwa wazi na kila mtu ataweza kuingia na ile dhamira ile dhamira ya kusema kwamba Suguta Valley ni sehemu ya vifo, yani watu wanakufa. Ile dhamira sasa ilibadilika kwa sababu ile shirika iliweza kuleta watu kutoka nje ya Kenya na within Kenya,
na pia kuleta
makabila mengine. Na wakati makabila wanakuja hapa wanapata hapa kuna utulivu, hakuna maafa. Wao pia wanatutangaza nje. Nabadilisha ile nia ya kusema hapa ni mahali ya vita.
Anakaribisha sana kwa kukuja hapa. Anasikia vizuri.
Na sasa kwa wale ambao hawajaishi huku Suguta, unaweza sema nini kuhusu maisha ya Suguta?
Na ngotonga lupene pa na Suguta ba hiyo gechai.
Abalang tungolwer nganya panane dang patu danya tanya tan kapakana.
For those who have not come, she's saying karibuni nyote.
Kotare ebe yodwa emugutu kudu kwa gini dwa kaina penyole kana nakapakana chio kwa ringi dia kaina yine ke.
Kwa sababu wao wazungu na wageni ndio wametujengea hii nyumba ambayo sisi tunaiona hapa. na tunawakaribisha wageni wote.
Kwa
hivyo nawakaribisha nyote ambayo mnaweza kuja tujuane, tusaidiane.
Asante sana. Asante. Unasemaje asante kwa Kiturkana?
Nyajokon.
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 Oh, nyajokon. Aya, sawa, asante.
It is getting late and the dunes are still ahead. From a distance, we can see the rain falling on a part of the valley which worries us. Rain in the valley can bring everything to a standstill.
Ndio mvua inakuja. That's where tumetoka. So I think about coming to a place like this, we want to stop everywhere. We want to capture as much as we can. But the roads are bad. We have tire yetu ndio imekuwa na shida. There's not too much help on the way. So tuko na haraka. Na ndio mvua. So we are a bit unsure about what we'll be able to achieve, or if we'll be able to go back to Baragoi, if at all. Because again, we have to pitch a tent today, tonight, or this evening. So what time will we be done here? What time will we get there? It's all yet to be seen. But pale ndio hiyo ndio inatutishia kabisa.
From Kaunge, we begin on a good road. There are no directions or Google Maps, but not to worry. We have the coolest guide in Suguta, Ekitela. After a short while, tumemaliza barabara sasa tuko kwa tracks. We feel very small as we make our way through the vast wilderness. Hapa ndio guide ako very important. Ramani iko kwa akili. You need someone who knows the tracks, otherwise unaweza ingia kwa shimo.
This is basically the road. This is actually a steep part of the road. The road is not as good. Okay, let's be honest. The road is not good. Si mzuri. Kuna sehemu poa zenye hautarukaruka sana, but most tupo hapo juu. In fact, wacha tufike alafu tutaongea. But this is what you're going to go through if you come here, unless now they make the roads. This is not discouraging to some people who love adventure. I know there are people who wanaona hiyo wanasema, hey, I can't wait to bring my 4x4 here. So yeah, there's something for everyone.
We gradually start to feel we are getting close as the surface becomes sandy. And then there they are. An amazing sight.
Wow, it's taken us 2 hours from the last point to get here, where we were talking to the director. And before that, it had taken us another 2 hours. It's a long journey, mostly because of the bad roads. It's a long distance, but the bad roads exacerbates the length of drive. So, Jema amefanya kazi poa. Everyone is a trooper. Let's get some dunes.
If I was blindfolded and dropped here, I wouldn't imagine I'm in Kenya. These are the Naliyo sand dunes. Suguta means valley or escarpment in the Turkana language.
Certain sections of this place, they are hard enough for you to walk easily. But sehemu zingine kama pale, ukiangalia, the footsteps go deep. And my shoes are wide. So imagine ukikuja na heeled shoes, unaingia ndani unakuwa planted. So easy place ya high heels na official shoes. Come ready.
When we think of desert communities, what comes to mind are people wearing long robes. Lakini hapa Suguta wanavaa sketi, kakofia kamerembeshwa na ostrich feathers na akala, yani tire sandals.
Kwa Kiturkana, yani kuvaa tunasema tanap.
Tanap, okay. Tanap. Tanap.
Tanap.
Unasikia kuvaa ni tanap.
Tanap. Tanap.
Unajua saa watu Nairobi wakisema tanap ni wanataka kuenda kusherehe. Tanap. Okay, sawa, tanap. Kwa hivyo Kiturkana ni kuvaa.
Kuvaa.
Okay, sawa, tanap.
Tanap.
Alafu
kwa yani kumaliza unasema arumweri. Kapana.
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 We have been to the dunes in Mambrui, but these ones are very different. This desert was formed because the surrounding hills block most of the rain-bearing clouds. Deserts form mainly due to lack of precipitation. Sometimes mountains block moisture, sometimes high-pressure systems prevent rain. Some deserts are simply too far from the ocean for moist air to reach. For Suguta, it has to do with the surrounding hills. The valley floor is 300 meters above sea level, while some of the surrounding hills rise to over 1,000 meters above sea level. That dramatic altitude difference creates this harsh environment. Actually, the name Suguta has something to do with the wind. In the Turkana language, wind pushing something is called akuta. Hence this place getting the name Suguta. It is seasonal, so kuna wakati unaweza kuja ufikiria utapepea. The desert is always changing because of the wind. It keeps shifting every grain. Even while we are here, there is a restructuring taking place. The valley acts like a funnel, making the winds here much stronger.
Hii ndio iko juu zaidi. Baragoi ni wapi?
Baragoi ni upande hii.
Ni upande huyu. Okay. Kuja hapa mara ngapi?
Nimekuja hapa mara 3.
Mara 3?
Hii ni ya 4.
Kwa huu mwaka ama ever?
Ever tu. Kwa yani kwa mwezi 5 ama kwa mwaka 2. Sio kwa haraka.
Ina depend nini ukuleta hapa?
Ni magari tu ya kusunguka kuona area.
Wageni.
Okay.
Kwa hivyo si ati ni mtu unajitolea unakuja hapa.
Sio kujitolea. Alafu kuna safari basi utakuja utatoka basi nyumbani ukienda safari yako ndio utapitia hapa ukienda.
Of all the deserts in Kenya, the Suguta dunes give the best optics of a true desert. What makes it even more unique is a backdrop of towering hills. It's amazing how in Kenya you don't need a passport to experience such scenery. This is a place that many people would love to visit and is a good alternative to the sands at the coast. Mahali sai watu wamejaa. But the truth is, getting here is very difficult, time-consuming and expensive. In fact, it feels easier to fly to the Gulf and see dunes there than to reach these ones in our own country. Lakini kama unajiweza, there is an easier option, but it doesn't come cheap. Many visitors to Suguta come by chopper. In about an hour from Nanyuki, you are in the heart of the desert. Then there are the daring ones, kama sisi, who take the adventure head on and go by road, just like the self-drive safaris organized by tour operators.
Hapa ni wapi? Suguta.
This is not AI. This is neither Dubai or the Sahara. This is 254, Kenya. If you are daring and have a good vehicle, you can even try dune bashing. Sisi atungejaribu kwa sababu hapa tukikwama tutakuwa peke yetu. Lakini the nomads know the desert well and they travel in a convoy, so wanaweza kuvutana wakikwama. There are also bikers who make the daring trip. Sisi ile dune bashing tungeweza kufanya ni ya miguu. This place packs a lot of fun.
I've never raced in Turkana, and I've raced in the dunes in Turkana. Can you imagine that? Dunes in Turkana. Usianguke. The thing about dunes is that even if we come tomorrow, they won't be the same. So this, of course, it didn't happen for us, but you can claim it and say this happened for us. And I'm grateful to be here. Turkana is a place that I've wanted to go. Nimekwambia usianguke. Turkana is a place I've wanted to go. It's so big, we definitely have to come back. I'd love for the conflict to be resolved so that more Kenyans can explore this, the cradle of mankind, where it is said we all started. It would be fantastic if we could all go back home, because you can't know where you're going unless you know where you're coming from. And this is definitely one of the origins. And Kenyans, we're originals. We're definitely originals. And this fits the bill of an original.
Would have loved to enjoy the sunset at the dunes, but trust me, you don't want darkness to find you here. Kama kutafuta njia mchana ni ngumu, sembuse usiku. We had hoped to talk to the residents of Ngilukia, but tumechelewa mpaka the cows have literally come home. I was eager to know about life behind the fence, but we have to leave. Furthermore, there are no lodging places in the valley. And with that, we drove into the darkness. This would be a good place to run the credits, lakini hapa sasa ndio ngoma inaanza. Chunga goja. Remember those dry riverbed crossings? In the dark, finding the path becomes almost impossible. No road, no signs. Someone has to walk ahead of the car to trace our earlier tracks. After finding the track, we begin the brutal climb. We reach Nakuprat Hills. Sasa hapa ndo tulipata shida. Right. To understand how bad this section is, even when the Mara nomads were tackling it, it wasn't easy either. Afadhali hawa walikuwa na team kubwa. Sisi hapa ndio plan A, B na C. There's no one to rescue us kukiharibika.
Nirudi nyuma nikuja mbio, si ndio? Umeweka follow. Hapa kuna mawe kubwa sana. Usikate hiyo left.
James goes back and builds up momentum up the hill. Hapa inabidi usisamehe gari, unairukisha kwa mawe bila huruma.
We needed all hands out of deck. If it's something that is needed in this count so far. And this is just my very inexperienced opinion. I mean, I've been in Turkana for what? Just a few hours. Roads. Roads, man, roads. What have you learned?
Misitu endeni na kuuza. Kama si kuuza, achana nayo. Yes. Hii ni mnyama.
Along the road, we benefit from an earlier good deed by some kind travelers.
Joy point. Hapa ndio gari tulionyeshwa maneno na hii shimo. Yes. Yeah, and we did our best kuijaza,
cover something.
Yeah, na kuweka mti at least ndio tuone. Na umeiona, si ndio?
Nimeiona na nimemark.
So tumetest. Hii theory mtu ataweza kuiona.
Exactly.
Okay. How do you think about the rest of the journey?
Yeah. So far so good.
Yeah.
We've done with the worst part.
Yeah.
Right now, Sasa.
Yeah.
I think we're heading flat now.
Yeah.
Actually, we're in Saburu right now.
Okay.
We left Turkana.
Yeah.
So sahi ni baridi tu peke yake.
Yeah.
Na
yes, juu tulikuwa tunasikia baridi.
Exactly.
Yes. Okay. Haya. But at least there's proof that it works. Yeah, so ukiona shimo, jaribu kuijaza na weke alama, because this car could be yours, you know, na utaki kukwama, especially usiku.
Eventually, 4 hours after starting our journey, we arrived safely in Nachola.
What an adventure. What an adventure.
Ajemo, makofi ajemo ya kilo.
Suguta doesn't forgive, but it rewards those who venture. Next week, we get to see Nachola during the day, and we go to the town divided along the main street, Baragoi. And we start our journey back to the floor of Suguta, but now on the other side, Lake Logipi. Until then, the adventure continues.